So today we're going to look at, my name is Michael Mastro and this is Transformational Vedic Astrology, and today we're going to look at the chart for O.J. Simpson, born July 9th, 1947 at 8 a.m. in San Francisco. If you were to look at the eastern horizon when he was born, you would see the constellation associated with Leo rising at 1 degree, 29 minutes. This becomes the most effective point of every house. Any planet that's close to that, like Moon, like Mercury, it's within 5 degrees and it has a lot of impact. So let's first look and see how the planets are operating, and then we're going to look and see when they are operating certain events in his life, and then we'll see what we could do to rectify the chart. So first of all, we look to the Mulchacona signs 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 11. And any of those numbers you find in these houses represent all the different aspects of your life: wealth and fame, your self-expression, your family, your creativity, your health, your relationships, obstacles, your good fortune, your career, your income, and your enlightenment. So every aspect of our life is in these houses. So wherever you see the Multicona signs, which is Virgo, 6 ruled by Mercury, here he's working on his wealth and his fame, and the continuation of marital bond is also associated with this house. Then you see here the Libra in the third house. That has to do with self-expression, performing arts. He was a sports announcer, an actor, a sportsman. Then you see the ninth sign of Sagittarius ruled by Jupiter in this fifth house, creativity, entertainment. He was an entertainer. You have education, investments, and children. He had children. Then you see he's working on relationships. This is the house of partnerships. Aquarius ruled by Saturn. Then you see Aries ruled by Mars in the ninth house. That's good fortune, legal issues. Then you have Cancer ruled by Moon, 12th house, imprisonment, separations, addictions, jealousy. And then first house, the body, the self, your life purpose, Sun, Leo ruled by Sun. So those are the main areas of his life that he's working on in this lifetime. Now let's see how the planets are operating, their strength and what they represent. So Sun is ruling this house of life purpose and longevity and health. So he's working on all of those things. It is pretty, it's placed in the house of income. So it says that he, through his good looks and good nature, a strong personality, Leos want to be the center of attention. They have strong self-esteem, and that he gets good income. And so, and Sun here is, let's see, Venus is ruling. So, also got him a lot of endorsements or contracts with big corporations. Sun is big corporations also. His father did leave at an early age, and so there is that. We need to look more deeply into that. Mostly raised by his mother, and I think he had a couple siblings. Moon is at 2 degrees, so any planet that's less than 5 or more than 25 is said to be in young age or old age, and it cannot protect or promote its own significations. And not only that, it is ruling the 12th house. So any Multicona sign ruling the 6th, the 8th, or the 12th, the Dustana houses, the challenging houses, becomes malefic. Not to say that it will always cause harm, but it can cause harm. So Cancer ruled by Moon in that 12th house of separations, imprisonment, enlightenment, addictions, is placed in the house of death-like experiences, transformations, research, windfalls. So all of those things are possible. It made him this is also a very emotional house, and you have moon in there, making it even stronger emotion. So that would give him a lot of passion, a lot of anger, could be, and jealousy, emotional attachments to relationships and different things. He was very attached to his memorabilia as well. So yeah, I think this configuration here with Saturn, Mercury, and Moon here, he was in jail several times as a teenager and throughout his life for different things that he had done. So all of that. And let's see here. This moon afflicts the second house of the continuation of the marital bond. So this was also probably affecting divorce. Mars is at 12 degrees, pretty strong and well placed in this 10th house of career. So Mars is competition, sports, very excelled in sports, but afflicted by Rahu, so can have a temper, can have an aggressive, I think his aggressive behavior probably helped him excel in sports on one hand. Mercury is at 1 degree, so very weak, and placed in this house of separations and feeling separate. And Mercury is the mind, and it can, in this house, it makes you very, very critical of other people. And probably helped him be a good sports announcer to be able to analyze the sports as well. I think, yeah, that's it. And this also has to do with divorce or endings. So Mercury there didn't help, make you critical in relationships. So Jupiter's at 24 degrees. It's ruling this house of creativity and entertainment, and it's placed in the house of performing arts, self-expression. So Jupiter is the one that gave him his abilities as a sports announcer, and also some legal issues associated with that. Venus is at 8 degrees. It's placed in the house of income, and it is gives him a beautiful wife. It also represents, Venus represents wife, but also performing arts. So income through performing arts, being an announcer, an actor, sportsman. Saturn is at 15 degrees. It's ruling the house of partnerships, and it is placed in the house of endings and losses and expenses. So loss of relationships through divorce. Rahu in K2, 8 degrees. This configuration has, affects the balance of work and home life, can affect your family life, which was definitely affected by, being in sports and working long hours as a sports announcer. Rahu is within 4 or 5 degrees of Mars, so gave strong desire for sports, but also this aggressive nature. K2, more spiritual aspect of family, but also unexpected events, ending of family. So let's look at the timing events. He got Heisman Trophy and got married during a Mercury period. So, extreme highs or lows being in this 12th house. His daughter drowned in 1979 during a Mercury-Jupiter period. So Mercury representing losses, Jupiter representing children, loss of children. So then he was arrested in 89, I think, for assault and during a K2 Jupiter period. So Jupiter, K2 again, with this family, unexpected events. K2 can act like Mars, so it can give that aggressive kind of nature as well. And then let's see here. His wife was killed. Never was proven that he killed her, but most people believe that during a Venus Moon period. So Venus is wife, Moon is death-like experiences. And Mercury was afflicting the 12th house at the most effective point, and Rahu was also at the most effective point at that time, afflicting 6 out of his 12 houses. So quite a bit going on there. Then he was acquitted in 97, but also not only did he gain freedom, but losses and expenses, because Nicole's father sued and won for a civil suit where he owed a lot of money to the family for the wrongful death of Nicole. So that, and then he was arrested in 2007 for robbing or stealing his memorabilia for someone. And that was a situation, I think K2 Saturn, or K2 Saturn affecting 8th house. Saturn, this representing imprisonment. And then he went to prison in 2000. Yeah, he went to prison for that. And then he was released from prison in October 1st of 2017. K2, enlightenment, so freedom. K2 period was at the most effective point, actually, at that period. So K2 and Rahu are ecliptical points. So they give either strong desire and ambition and success, or they take it all away. So now let's just briefly look at the chart for Nicole Simpson. At the time of death, which was June 12, 1994, you can see that Mercury, which is death-like experiences, was afflicting 7 houses away natal Saturn, which is longevity, as well as Venus, her body. So that, and her beauty. And then, yeah, those are the main things. Rahu and K2 are at 28 degrees. So they are not affecting too much during that period of time. So those are the main points for OJ and Nicole. Let's look at what we could do to strengthen OJ's chart. So we want to transform K2, Rahu, and Moon. We don't strengthen the malefics. We do that through chants and charities. So charities to spiritual organizations, charities to people who cannot help themselves, and charities for Moon, which would be helping women on Mondays. And then the chants, whatever religious chants would be effective in this situation, especially on Mondays for Moon. But Shiva for Moon, Shiva for Rahu, and Ganesh for K2, if you're speaking from the Vedic tradition, would be helpful. And then the rest of the planets could use some strengthening. So we could strengthen Sun by wearing a kavash containing the Devata yantra for Sun. We could strengthen Sun by wearing orange on Sundays or other days as well, and a ruby. Mars we could strengthen by wearing red coral, wearing red, and kavash is a simpler way. The locket containing the Devata yantra for Mars. Mercury wearing green, emerald, or the kavash for the Devata yantra for Mercury. Jupiter, yellow sapphire, wearing yellow on Thursdays, or the kavash containing the Devata yantra for Jupiter. Venus and Saturn as well. So Venus wearing white on Fridays, diamonds, and also a kavash containing the Devata yantra for Venus. Saturn wearing dark blue on Saturdays, a blue sapphire, or the kavash containing the Devata yantra for Saturn. So if you're in, that wraps up our reading for OJ. If you're interested in a Vedic astrology reading using Transformation Vedic Astrology, you can sign up at www.vastucreations.com. And if you're interested in learning to become certified as a Vedic astrology for Transformation Vedic Astrology, go to American Institute of Vastu.com. Thank you for listening.